hydration of alkynes. So we're going to add a proton to one side and a hydroxy to the other. Now, acid-catalyzed hydration of alkynes occurs very slowly because of the vinylic carbocation intermediate not being very stable. That's that positive charge on a carbon that's sp2 hybridized. Okay, so we add mercury, and that will make it more stable. What we'll end up with is a structure that looks like this, that's in equilibrium or in resonance with. This mercurium ion can then be attacked by water. The water comes in and attacks there. And we get this structure. Another water can come and remove this kind of extra proton so that these electrons can go back and live on the oxygen. And we'll end up with, if I've got room to write it, carbon double bonded to a carbon attached to our mercury still with the hydroxy. The mercury then is replaced by a hydrogen, and we get this structure. The structure I've just drawn is called an enol, and what it is it's having the hydroxy group. I'm going to get some different colors in here. We have a hydroxy group attached to a carbon that's double bonded. That's not stable. That is not going to stay like that. It's going to convert into a ketone. So if we treat an alkyne with acid and have mercury sulfate around to get the mercury ions, so the reaction will actually occur, we'll get an enol, and then that will immediately convert itself into a ketone. Now let's see how that happens. So I've drawn an enol. It's got a hydroxy group attached to a carbon that's got a double bond. So what happens is our double bond is going to be, our pi electrons, I'm sorry, not the double bond, but the pi electrons are going to come and snatch a proton, and the electrons on this oxygen are going to come down here and make a double bond. So that leaves us with this structure. We've got the hydrogen that we stole there. And we have a water come along, and it's going to steal this proton. These electrons will go and live on the oxygen, and that will give us our ketone. A tautomer are constitutional isomers that interconvert via the migration of a proton. Remembering that constitutional isomers have the same formula, but different connectivity. So this is particularly called a keto-enol tautomerization. So let's draw the expected ketone and the mechanism for formation under acid-catalyzed conditions for these two compounds. So we'll start with our acid. Our pi electrons are going to be attracted to that proton, and the electrons that attach the proton to the oxygen are now going to go and live on the oxygen. That will give us the following structures. These are two resonance structures. All we're doing is moving electrons around. We can have a carbocation on the carbon, or we can have a slightly positive oxygen. If we have a water molecule nearby, the water molecule has electrons there. They can attack this proton, and then these electrons go and live. The electrons that are connecting the oxygen to the proton go and live on the oxygen exclusively, and that gives us our final product, which is a ketone. And when we can do a similar reaction with this here, we start, of course, with our acid, because acid catalyzed, right? The pi electrons steal a proton. The electrons that are attaching the proton to the oxygen go and live on the oxygen. And that gives us the following two resonance structures. The electrons on this oxygen can then snatch the proton here, and these electrons go and live on the oxygen, and we've got our ketone. If we use acid catalyzed hydration on an unsymmetric internal alkyne, we end up with a mixture. So it doesn't know whether this carbon, whether it's to add the alcohol to this carbon, or maybe it'll add it to that carbon. So we'll get two different compounds. We may get the ketone in that position, or we might get the ketone in this position, to the R. And so this is not terribly, it's not a very useful reaction unless you have a symmetrical or a terminal alkyne. So let's draw the major products when treated with aqueous acid in the presence of mercuric sulfate. So example B here is terminal. So what we'll get is something that looks like this, with an alcohol. This will not be isolated. This is an enol, and it will not be isolated. We'll end up with a ketone as our final product. This compound is an asymmetric internal alkyne, and we're going to get two different products with it. And I'm going to number them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's going to be an octane. And we'll get a ketone on the third carbon. So 1, 2, 3. And we'll get one on the fourth carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4. So those will be our two products. Hydroboration and oxidation of alkenes. Now you'll remember alkynes. You'll remember that this is another form of hydration, and we're going to add the hydroxy to the less substituted position.